What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to my channel. God is rising, all that good stuff. I don't know who you are. Excuse me, y'all. I had just woke up. I had to jump on here quick, get y'all message, cause I woke up, prayed. You know, once I wake up and I wake up from a dream or whatever, I prayed about it, put some clothes on. I was like, let me jump on here and give this message. But yeah, whoever you are out there, you got some wicked family members. Wicked family members, specifically a wicked mom, some wicked siblings. It's almost like there's no emotion when they come around you. Like everything just shuts off for them because either one or two things. They're just watching you and paying very close attention to every little piece of detail you speak of. You're highly intelligent, whoever you are, but they play you like you're not. But when they come around, they listening. It's not even like only when they're joking you must laugh. When they're telling the story, you must have interest. But once you start talking, they quick to I'm gonna call you back. I gotta go. I got something I gotta do to make you feel like, all right, what you're saying is not that important. Excuse me, y'all. I just woke up. But yeah, I took some notes. I had a dream. First of all, I woke up like around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and again, whatever's sent to me, I pray it off and I ask that God drops whatever that is immediately tenfold, 202 on the timer. But I also know too, like I woke up really early and I told myself yesterday I'm allowing myself to relax. I did have to get up to make some important phone calls and things like that. So I guess that was Holy Spirit, like, snapping me out of the dream just to like get certain things done. But anyway, when I fell back into the sleep, because I realized I woke up 222 on the timer. I woke up like a little bit too early before places open. I was like, let me just lay back down. I laid back down, and the dream I got was my sister, who we happen to not share the same father. Let me just be clear. So I have a sister and two brothers, same mother, but we don't share the same father. I'm my mother's only child from whoever my father may be, because I don't even know that, right? But so yeah, the dream was of it seemed to look like my apartment, the way it was set up and stuff, but certainly looked kind of different. But anyway, she had on like house clothes, and I don't know if this was her coming in my dream as a form of like just to confirm that it was her. She was in her house clothes, and then she like, with whatever it was she was doing in my back room, which is the room that I'm in, it kind of looked different in my dream, but it kind of gave me the feel that she was like, when somebody comes to do something, to like fix your apartment, and it's like, oh, all right, I'm leaving now, or whatever. But like, she was in the back room, she was in her house clothes. It was pouring, raining heavy this day, and I remember getting up, looking out my window with my son, like, oh, look at the rain, and she walked out to the living room, and I'm telling her, look at the rain, there's some other stuff, but like, she kind of just seemed disinterested in what I was saying. It was like, it kind of gave the feel like, okay, sis came over to like kick it with me, but it wasn't really even kicking it with me. Like, she stayed in the back room most of the time. I feel the need to say jot down, whether it's in her mind, in her phone, in the paper, whatever she needs to jot down about my apartment to take it back to whomever, and then once it came time to leave, grab her things like, oh, okay, it's time for me to go. But I say that to say the dream didn't feel, it's crazy, y'all. Like, my folks, they don't come here. Like, when I moved out of my transitional family shelter back in 2023, and I moved here, at least like a week or two prior to that, my mom had made a comment to me about, oh yeah, well, not like, you got this, baby girl, like, you gonna get out of this. None of it. First of all, I wasn't expecting that because of the way things happened for me and how I ended up in there. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not blaming nobody for nothing, but I have a story. We all do. Another time for another day. But anyway, it was almost like it was never no words of encouragement. That place I was at, you couldn't have visitors, but it's not like your visitors couldn't come and just see you from the outskirts of the facility. But I never got no visit from them, no nothing. Anytime they wanted to see my son, because it's always about him, which is fine. They never really give a fuck about me. But you gotta watch that too, because people could be plotting against you to take your kid. But yeah, anyway, they never came to see me, no nothing. I fend for myself. Nobody's complaining. I'm just saying. So when you know that you're in that situation, it's like I fend for myself. So why you making me feel like I owe you something? I don't. I fend for myself. And I've been fending for myself. And whenever people give you things, whether it be, a helping hand or something, it's like, look, she always need help. She always in the dump. She always down. Because they fuck asses always throwing word magic at you. They fuck asses always crossing milestones for you. While you moving forward, they doing shit in the back to block you. You know this now. You didn't know this back then. But it's like mind manipulation. And I forget her name, but Belle something. I just was watching her video on narcissistic mothers. And that also motivated me too to tell, get on here and 644 share what I had to say, because off the wake up I got the confirmation from her video, and that's how I knew the dream I had was it all resonated. So back to what I was saying, the dream, it didn't look very like it wasn't a happy visit. It was more so like she came in as a monitoring spirit in the 3D to watch things and then up and leave. So be careful with the things child, be free. Speak your mind, say what you have to say, keep it pushing. As I was preparing to come and sit down and talk to y'all, I have my deck of cards here, my oracle I left it here overnight. But I didn't even realize a couple of weeks ago, I guess there was something I had to do, and I had a group of books in one area of my house, and this card was there. So this card wasn't in the deck. And this is my card that says, there is no elevator to true success. You must take the steps. This was out, and I remember because this card popped up in my head and stood out to me some weeks ago, and I wanted to do a read about it. I never did. 747 on the timer. This could also be a reason why, they're the word I want to use is envious and jealous. I'm gonna say it for what it is of you, because these people could have more than you. These people could be very materialistic, and they watch you struggle like a boss. They watch you struggle. You've taken every single step there is, and you've been taking steps to be successful. And because you ain't wanting to take the elevator or grab quick success, you're a topic of discussion. They can't stand you for it. They can't stand your charisma, your confidence, your push, your thrive. 8:33 on the timer to move forward. Every time you get knocked down 20, you get back up 58. Back to what I was saying. The dream didn't feel, it wasn't loving. It wasn't like, oh, sis came. It was more so like, yeah, like I said, like she came as a monitoring spirit in 3D. Also, too, that's reminding me, some months back, I had a dream about my family. A cousin of mine's passed away back in, I want to say April? No. Child, the months is just flying, but about a month ago, it's been a month or two now, in May, she passed away in May. And maybe 2 weeks before her passing, I had a dream of, it was my mother. Now see, I couldn't decipher why I had the dream, and I thought, oh, okay, well, that was a dream of the family gathering at my home, because the death of my cousin was no, that wasn't what it was. See, now remember I told y'all that my son had surgery almost 2 weeks ago. Well, that dream I had some months ago, it was of my mother. My mother was in the dream. My son's father was in the dream. Mind you, these are all narcissists that I'm talking about right now. My son's father, my son's father, mother, which would be that. I never met her, anything like that. She was in the dream awkwardly, and I never met her. She's in a whole other country. My mother's husband, his youngest brother, was in the dream. And it was somebody else in the dream, about 4 to 5 people in my house. And it didn't look like they came like loving. It was all like that's the faces they had in my dream. And they were sitting, especially my mom, she was sitting there like, and just looking around my house. Then her brother-in-law, her husband's brother, he was like pushing my furniture out, like removing what I had, putting in what they. It was so awkward. And I remember I was talking to folks, and nobody was listening to me. It was more so like, we about to do this in my apartment, in my shit. Fast forward, and I'm now confirming that 11:33 on the timer, because I didn't make this comparison or had this confirmation prior. It's now that I'm sitting here doing this. That dream was a pre-premonition of them coming to my home literally the day that my son got out the hospital. Now don't get me wrong, yeah, that's her grandbaby, she came to see. They don't come here. When I moved here, it was like a turn up because of the neighborhood or whatever the case may be. But remind you, I'm doing this shit on my own, off the muscle. My struggles ain't nobody business. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it either. But people be feeling like you're struggling, so you shouldn't be smiling. You're struggling, so you should have no reason to get up and do your hair, nothing like that. Look like you're struggling. I may not possibly look like I go through things or whatever the case may be, but that doesn't give nobody the motherfucking right to water down what the fuck I've been through in my life. I'm not making myself no fucking victim, because I'm not a victim. But in the same sentence and at the same time, just because I don't make myself up to be a victim, that don't mean you get to water down what the fuck I've been through in my life. Get the fuck out of here with that motherfucking hot shit. Another thing, it's crazy because I'm talking to y'all, but like I'm picturing in my head that dream, like that was showing me that it would be a situation where it would be a gathering in my home, and it was off of not a death, but because my son my 4-year-old had took in to get surgery. And another thing, I always used to remember, my mom would always say things like, because my son had dental surgery when he was like 3. When like a year into his life, someone who she dibbles and dabble. I ain't gonna front in like dark arts and shit like that, but through her, like, she not awakened, but she was basically like, yo, you need to tap in because you a real one and you're really pure hearted. Like, she basically, like, she told me that. And she also mentioned some shit about like my son. And I was like, how the hell she know that? She was like, your son's gonna have some teething problems as he age or whatever, which was true. And he ended up having dental surgery at the age of 3, and he just went through another surgery, abdominal and all this other stuff, not to get too much into my business surgery. Now, he'll be 5 at the end of this month. And I remember my mom always saying things like, it's the age, is the most crucial years for a child is from the time they're born to the age of 5. Like, she would keep reciting that. It's almost like she was, and I'm not saying anybody, let's not point fingers or whatever, but it's like, it almost was like she like cursed my child in a sense, because she kept saying them things and she would keep saying that. And in my mind, 1444 on the timer, I knew I was doing the best that I could do as not only a new mom of 1, You would think she's talking to some. The way my mom dealt with me when I had my son, you would have thought that I had about 10 kids. Not that anything's wrong with that, but you would have thought that I was just that type of person who had 10 kids, different baby. This is my first child, y'all. When I gave birth, my mom's mother, my grandmother, would come from where she was at, which was all the way in a whole other borough, just to come and help me out with my son. She would come around 6, 7 a.m. sharp. What the baby need to, what clothes you need to wash for the baby? I'll wash that while you get the beds ready and do bottles and stuff. Because it was a lot for me. And I was still living at home with my parents. I bought a clothing rack that you hang out and dry the baby clothes on. I would wash his little things and hang it and put it in my family's living room. My mama will come to me like, oh, he don't want that in the living room because when people come to the house, you know how it's going to look. Put it in the bathroom. Mind you, we had 2 bathrooms in the house. The second bathroom had no shower, just a sink and a toilet where everybody, you know, pissing and shitting, all that. Why would you want me to put my newborn's rack of clothing in that bathroom with the windows that don't even open? And they barely open windows in that house. That's another thing. But anyway, and I used to, and these are the same people that be all up in my son's face. Like, y'all treated me bad when I had my son. Y'all treated me terribly prior to me having my son. And then when I had my son, that's part of the reason why I had to get the fuck up out of there. It was like fucking HE double hockey sticks in that bitch. My last resort winded up being my first resort, 1644 on the timer. Something I never thought I would have to experience. I had to go through. And although I had different times where God was trying to spiritually awaken me prior to the birth of my son in 2019, the year that I went into that shelter, which was the summer of 2022, I literally went into another portal of my ascension. 1711 on the timer, and I had no idea of it until after I came out on the other side. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Literally until I came out on the other side. And I'm saying this to y'all, I'm saying this for myself too. Like, it's no more being iffy about the choices we make in our life. The same way you know there's no elevator to success, you have to take the steps. There's no way around Xing people out your fucking life, family and all. Deal with people from a long spoon. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in a cycle that I'm pretty sure you don't want to be in, that you've already escape, left from. There's new things changing in your life. What they say, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. These people were not with you shooting in the gym. So they can't reap the benefits of your rewards. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And some of you got a Queen of Cups heart. So loving, just a ball of like love and caring. These people know this. And they want to break you down. They want to break you down for it. Confirmation. I burped twice on the inside. 1833 on the timer. But yeah, like, I can feel it. Anytime they come around, anytime we go around, it's never like true, authentic vibes. And that ain't coming from me because I'm true and authentic in anything that I do. And that's the thing. You come around true and authentic and you get them type of looks. I remember one time I caught my mama giving me, 2 things I want to mention. I caught my mama giving me a real dirty look. Like, it was like a dirty look of jealousy. Like, when I was still living over there, she had came to me to ask me to fix, I don't know if it was a button or an earring or something like that. And I recall I was sitting there. I looked real cute that day. Very pretty. I had my hair pulled back in a pigtail, and I had on these real dainty earrings. And like, in my third eye, when I have like a flashback vision of that day, I was older, but I seen like my youth. So I try to, I don't know what you call this. Is another part of like a gift that I have. I'm able to visualize myself. Like, I can transport and visualize myself from like outside of my body in a way. I do that, like try to look at myself from a different. If y'all understand what I'm saying, put it in the comments down below. But before I go forward, like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, if you don't know, you know now. It's your girl Lotus. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. There's something here for you to heal and grow, baby, because we are on a path of ascending and healing and growing each and every day. And if you're a returning viewer and or subscriber, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all already know how we do it over here. But anyway, back to my story. So yeah, I was there fixing whatever it was she was asking of me. You know, I had my head down fixing. So for someone looking at you from, so if your head is down, someone's looking at you upward, they're looking down at you, they're looking at you from the top of your head down, like your front view, right? And as I looked up to hand her back whatever it was, like I right hand on heart, right hand to God, I kid you not, I seen her give me this look. Like, let's say this is me fixing the thing, and she's looking at me. She was like, and I instantly, like, I felt like a sheet, like myself close in a little bit. It was like she was looking at me in disgust at how gorgeous I was. That's how I felt. Because I knew I looked very pretty that day. She didn't say anything like, oh, your earrings are real cute. You look cute today. That tone that I just used is actually me. That's not even my mother's tone. A narcissist don't have that tone. And if they do, it's a front. Because they barely give compliments. Or it's a backhanded compliment. How I know. My baby father was like that. A man that I recently, an ex-lover of mine, was like that. Which leads me to my next topic. I noticed that a lot of bad, and this is not blaming her, because I take responsibility of my own adult life, but she is to blame for a lot of childhood trauma, because childhood trauma is just that, childhood trauma. How could you childhood trauma yourself as a child, 22 on the timer, as I say that? I realize a lot of the men that I attract remind me of my mother. In my case, 22, 33 on the timer. I don't know my father, biological father. I never met him. I don't know a name, no nothing. My home family seems to not know what he looks like, his name, who he is, nothing. It's like, oh, we think we know, but we're not sure. What the hell, what does that tell y'all, family? Anyway, another topic for another day. I realized that I encounter men that have the same characteristics of my mother. You know how they say girls usually go for the guys that remind them of their daddy. I don't have that experience. I never did. So, and I say that to say, I know I encountered men, and I have encountered men in my life that remind me of my mother because of the narcissistic characteristics that they have. And to be honest, parts of that stirs from it being repetitive in your household, and some parts of you too. Could be parts of you that you need to heal. 23, 33 on the timer. Thank you, Holy Spirit, confirmation. We just keeping it real. I also say that to say a past lover that I recently let go of, because that had ran its course. It wasn't even supposed to go on for as long as it did. But anyway, I recall both of them doing, he did something. He's verbalized something to me that my mother did, and this is the thing, people do shit to you, and when you cut them off and you defend yourself, they get confused, not knowing that, like, he used to love to say, like, oh, you're a baby, you look like a baby. I may look young and youthful and pretty and all that, but I'm not a fucking idiot. And see, that's how God made me. Who I am and my strength and power is shielded. The minute you try to cross me, you gonna know exactly who the fuck I am. He said some shit around the lines of, it's so crazy, y'all. Okay, so let me tell you what he said and then what my mom said that let me know they're both narcissists. And there's something that I have to probably heal within myself in order to not attract these type of people anymore. So, um, my son had made a comment about something. You know, he asked my son a question, and yes, yeah, I mean, don't chew me up. Oh, you're not supposed to have people around you. That's not true. But again, I don't go out. I don't go nowhere. I met this man last year on my birthday. You heard what I just said? On my birthday. That's the reason why I was out, because of my birthday. And I didn't even want to go out, but I was just like, you know what? Why I keep hiding myself in the house? And it's not even that. I don't really be having the luxury of having a babysitter. Sometimes the finances to pay a babysitter to watch my son, and family. Some, you know, they'll watch him, but it's always from when he was a child. It was always like a baby, but he's still a child. But from when he was a baby, it was always like I would step out at 8 o'clock. 8:05. Oh, come back home. Come back home. He crying. He this, he that. Just to get me not to be outside. So I don't ask them to watch him for me. But, you know, my friend had came over. My ex-friend / lover had came over at that time. And, you know, we were all, I was feeding my son and I was eating. And when he came through, you know, like I had gave him a plate or whatever. This motherfucker had the nerve to say, well, I guess, y'all getting in my business, but he was like, oh, you know, you playing soccer? Asked my son, and my son was like, yeah, like I play soccer with my dad. Because when his father used to come around, like he would like play soccer with him or whatever. And where they from, like that's the sport. And my son has the building, everything, whatever. So anyway, he like, you play soccer? And my son's, you know, he's a kid. He's like, yeah, I play soccer with my dad. And then my son, kids are really smart. And I kind of like smirked in my head because I'm like, my son is hilarious. Like, he letting him know, like, I play with my father. Like, I know you ain't my dad type shit. But anyway, that's just the analogy I got from it. But I looked at, you know, my friend. I'm like, because he kind of acted like he didn't hear him. Like, you asked him a question, when he answered, you kind of ignored it because he said he plays with his dad. And I said, you heard what he said? He said he played with his dad. The motherfucker gonna go, to me, everybody have a dad. 27 on the time. I was like, now, y'all don't have to be spiritual or whatever. Y'all heard what I just said. Now tell me, that don't sound like some hate-ass, fuck-ass jealousy shit? Now, let me tell y'all what my mom said one time. This is when I was still living with them. Y'all could be seeing lots of synchronicity numbers as well, too, at this time. Baby, you are ascending higher. You will no longer resonate with folks, friends, family, and all folk. Now, my mama, when we were still living with her, and he had to be about 2 or 3. Something he was doing, and he was like, my mommy, my mom. He said something around like, my mommy, or my mommy. That's my mommy, or something like that. My mother gonna go, everybody has a mom. You ain't the only one who have a mom. I'm looking like, bitch. Oh, Lord, forgive me, yeah. Like, he's a kid. What type of, but see, that wasn't directed towards him. It was directed towards me, but it was like, and I'm like, yo. And when he said that, I'm like, yo, you and my mother is the same motherfucker. Y'all nasty and shiesty and jealous. The motherfucker had the nerve to say everybody have a father. And then when I basically straightforward was like, yo, watch your mouth. He was like, oh, well, what? I'm on your side. I'm on your side. And what I'm saying is I agree with you. I'm on your side. What the fuck that mean, you stupid ass fuck ass nigga? What the fuck does that mean? The only side you on, dickhead, is the fucking dumb side. Period. Moving right the fuck along. Get these people out y'all energy. Okay? I have wrote here with that dream I had. Yeah. With my sister. She never really says much. She all, and like at home, when I was living at home too, she wouldn't really say much. Like, it would, y'all, that's a whole other topic for another day. I just wanted to get that out here. You are ascending, and you understand that there is no elevator to success. The true success, you are taking the steps. It's a lot harder that way. But let me tell y'all, God don't give you more that your hand, what's the saying? Y'all know the saying. God would never give you more than what he knows you can handle. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Or however that go. God know what he doing in your life. You may not have known, but now you seeing it. And I hope that you aware and alert to it. And if you aren't, or you have like some doubt, this is your confirmation. Even myself, there are other readers. I told you I just woke up, you guys. Can't even think real straight. But I give my homage to those that can. And before I even started watching readers on YouTube, there was 30 on the timer. There was something inside of me that knew I had to seek answers spiritually about things I was going through. Because I work hard. I bust my ass. I put in footwork, all types of work you could think of to elevate. And every time, it was always some weird, oh, you got denied. This didn't go through. And then I had me sitting there like, huh? How? I just sat there through that whole class, did that. How come they didn't accept? Pay attention to that. And them same ass folks will be in your face waiting to hear, like the news, like, oh, she ain't get okay. Yeah, because you don't work hard enough. You don't work. My mother loved to tell me how much I don't work like her and my sister. I'm not a working girl. I'm a shelter girl, a homeless. When I was in the shelter, and they would FaceTime me, and sometimes my hair wouldn't be done. You know, like I didn't have the money to do my hair all the time. I do my hair by myself, but sometimes you're in that state, you don't want to get up and put a brush to your head. And if I'm on FaceTime with my family, why is it that the first thing you get on the camera, look, I won't say my sister's name on here. Let's just call her Sarah. Look, Sarah, look at Candace here. Look, she looking like a homeless, right? That's fucking funny. That's funny. I'm supposed to be like, knowing the situation that I'm in. Y'all clearly know I'm in the shelter. And then I remember I went through depression. I transmute that bitch. I didn't want to take no medication for that. Well, obviously when you go to the, I'm seeing an airplane go that way and an airplane going that way. You and these people are in two different lanes. Two different lanes traveling two different ways in life. Let it go. I'm going to just leave that there. Fuck it. The Sun card. You're vibing high. You can have a son. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. You need to get away. 3311 on the timer, 3313 on the timer. You'll be seeing a lot of synchronicities as well. If you haven't gotten away, get away from these people. It could be friends also, but this particular video right here, this is about family members. And I have another video that I pushed from doing, because at the time, I guess I wasn't ready, but Spirit is calling me to do it now. I'll come back, not probably, I'll come back a little later and tackle that reading. I have major downloads. This was since back, let me see. Today's the 12th. These downloads came to me, and I never touched base on it. Damn, where's that? I know it ain't that far back. July 26th. Look, page full of downloads. That's why I kind of was like pushing away from doing it. And the download song that I got was Pink, Family Portrait. Yeah. In our family portrait, we look pretty happy. Let's play pretend, and act like it comes naturally. I don't want to have to split the holidays. I don't want two addresses. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to come back to this, y'all. This is only part 1 of what we going to title this. I don't even know. Toxic family members. Someone from your past, an emperor. What about this emperor? Just get a few cards. Yeah. They somewhere thinking about your ass. They fuck asses crushed you too. 3 of Wands. How you took a leap of faith. Ooh, to move forward. For your wish fulfillment. When you left, it's the energy you stood in. And this is what I'm saying. You're ascending. Could be a Capricorn, don't have to be. Holy Spirit, give me one last message from my collective before I close out. The Magician tried to show itself just now. 2 of Cups. Marriage connection. Because you've worked diligently so much on yourself, you have a level coming in wanting to work diligently and give you that ultimate, divine, true love that you deserve. It could be a King of Wands, fire sign, Ace of Wands. Number 1 could be significant. Yeah, look at that. King of Pentacles. Also, I just heard B. Use your discernment on who's coming into you. Who's coming to you with offers. Because people, you could also be that King of Pentacles. Look, Queen of Pentacles. You got a counterpart here. You have a lot of options, but you gonna know. If you're doing the healing work, you gonna know who's for you and what's for you. Use your discernment. Because a lot of people gonna juice it up and sweet it up and make it feel good and look good. You're already the Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. 10 of Swords. These people want you to have painful endings, failures, to be mentally trapped in your mind so that you won't appear to be this person. A single, independent, working, whether you're working a 9 to 5 or not. Parent. Emperor. Who's this emperor? There's the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't make this shit up. It showed itself again. These are 2 different people, I feel. You got an Emperor and a King of Pentacles coming towards you. Child, all my cards fell on the floor. Give me 1 second, y'all. The Ace of Wands fell in the reverse. Someone here has a lack of energy. 4 of Pentacles could be a Capricorn. And then someone else here knows it's going to be a challenge. Ace of Swords. Excuse me. 1-1 could be significant. Excuse me, confirmation. Yeah. Someone, the Devil card, the Star card, someone views you as a star. With this Devil card here and the Star card, they're addicted to you. They want to share something with you. Again, I'm going to come back with a read for y'all. But, there's a pair here. I ain't even going to go too deep. Let me pull some baggy messages for you guys. And I'm going to come back with the part 2. With the bag. Or probably not even part 2. Just a whole new. Queen of Wands. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. And 8 of Pentacles. Somebody teamed up with a Queen of Wands. But they ended up working alone. Or this Queen of Wands could be you with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Wands right here. And they know you ain't trying to team up with them to do shit. You doing this shit on your own. trying to be strategic on how to come back towards you, because you done, yeah, look at that. I just seen the Page of Cups. With the High Priestess, and I'm going to end it right there. You're moving forward. Yeah, move forward. Don't even, look. You're the High Priestess. You're moving forward. 9 of Pentacles. You are about to reach 10 of Pentacles. What is this? The Sun card. Tower moment. Her and the Ace of Cups. Queen of Cups. Just be careful. You got people watching you. But look, 5 of Swords at the top of the deck. They want to betray you. Somebody specifically is obsessed with your energy. I just shuffled these cards, and the Star card and the 6 of Pentacles and the Devil card is back together again. Somebody is obsessed with your star-like quality, your star energy. And they're coming in claiming that they want to share something with you. 6 of Pentacles. They're breadcrumbing you, and they're balancing something with someone else. Look at that. They'll breadcrumb you because they're still